It was all good till the love gave in, girl. Yeah. I'll never fall for your type again, girl. No. Hey, thinking it was my fault. I was trying to give you all you need. Didn't see the blindfold. All them nights, all that time. Can't believe it was all just a game. You really took my heart for a drive. I remember when you were all in for us. I recall when you said you never loved someone like this. Telling me lies. You had someone else. Now you running back. It was all good till the love gave in, girl. Yeah. I'll never fall for your type again, girl. I know that it's love takes over your mind. Yeah, won't get me this time. Lost trust in the dime. She's seen all the signs. I thought you were mine. I was blind. I remember when you were all in for us. I recall when you said you never loved someone like this. Telling me lies. You had someone else. Now you running back.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the stream. And today our guest is Alessandro from Juucy. Hello, Alessandro.
Hello, Sebastian. Nice to have me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, many thanks for coming. And I will give you, Alessandro, also some insights before we start the meeting. I was approached last week by the Polish government, by the agency supporting them, and they organized a meeting like 2 weeks from now. They invited many people from the tech industry, like running the businesses. Of course, the main topic is still the talent. The question is how to get the talent, how to retain talent, how to grow talent. And probably it's not only for the tech, but also for other industries. When you see the prediction of the biggest Polish association, ABSL, representing many these companies which fits to the modern services catalog in many different big brands. The prediction for this and for the next year is that the whole industry, which is at the moment about roughly 450,000 people, will grow by 8 to 12%, depends on the scenario. Like 10% from 450 is already a lot of people to hire. And I think your company may help with this challenge. Is it correct?
Exactly. So as you said, tech talent is one of very scarce resources. And I mean, in the future, every company is going to be a tech company, right? So digital transformation is real. It's shaping or reshaping a lot of relationships that we have and essentially how companies create and capture value. And behind all of that, it's the people, right? And so for us, we're very passionate about making it as seamless as possible to support companies finding the right talent for their projects, for their products, making a difference in the world and solving a lot of problems. And with Juucy, we are building the simplest access to available tech talent from Eastern Europe. So currently we have a strong focus on Poland, especially, and it works as a two-sided marketplace. So briefly, on the one hand, candidates transparently communicate their desired next career step by creating anonymous profiles in structured data format. So they share things like their desired salary, which we want to bring some transparency in, and preferred industries, technologies they want to work with and have worked with, but also qualitative factors, what is important for them in their next career step, what motivates them to go to work, right? And companies, on the other hand, can then generate applicants in two ways. So first of all, they can upload their jobs on Juucy, which are then automatically matched. Here we use some machine learning algorithms in the back to really get a very personalized career experience and job finding experience for candidates. And also, and this is probably the main twist in our logic, that we want companies to make the first step. So they apply to available talent and directly approach them on our platform. My role is primarily product development. So here I'm very gifted to work with SoftServe as a strong tech partner. And in our team, I'm mainly responsible for the business analysis and product owner part. So I go out, talk to a lot of clients, talk to a lot of users, and from their feedback, we derive important features for our product development roadmap.
And yeah, also if I may ask you the question, Alessandro, you maybe give us a kind of the hint. What is different between the major platforms we know and we use, like LinkedIn, or Poland is pracuj.pl, and in Poland we have also Fluff Jobs. So what is the main difference?
Sure, I would say the main things recruiters use today are probably threefold. So first of all, they work with job boards, which is kind of the traditional model. So if I'm an active job searching seeker, I go to those job boards. From a recruiter perspective, I pay a fixed amount of money, and then it's this kind of post and pray problem. And in candidate markets, so the more talent is in demand, the job boards tend to work less effective because most of the talents are not actively searching. And it's quite hard to predict how many qualified applicants you will get for your job postings. On LinkedIn, the problem is that it's basically the main reason why it exists is a social network. And this is kind of the problem. Everybody has a LinkedIn profile. So it's quite hard to know who is actually currently open for a new role, who would like to switch. So outreach there can be quite ineffective. We have a reply rate of 5 to 8% there. On Juucy, you have a reply rate of 80%.
Wow.
And this is, I think, what makes us more effective as we bundle all the currently available tech talent, try to make as many career data transparent as possible, and then get the switch in so that companies apply to talents and not the other way around, because in candidate markets where this is the scarce resources, this approach tends to work better.
Epic. And maybe last question, because I think we can also see the quick demo of the product, which is always helpful to people to visualize how it really works. But why Juucy? Why the name?
Yeah, very good question. I think, the story is a bit unromantic. We are very pragmatic, so we wanted a short word which sticks to people's minds and which is quite easy to remember. And the domain was free, and also the logo, no main brands out there where there could be some potential trademark problems. Also, it starts with a J, and which is associated with jobs. And in our logo, we give it an own color. So here we have this cognitive association with jobs, but that's about it.
Epic. I can tell you that we are trying at the moment to think about some association in Poland to start building the new community. And the first thing what you just said is we can think about the name, but let's first of all check the domain availability.
Yeah, definitely.
In the modern era, it's not that easy. Okay,
exactly.
So I will bring your demo to the screen if that's okay with you. Okay. Change the layout, and we are there. Okay, perfect. Looks great.
Awesome. So as I said, our platform is two-sided. So we have a candidate side, but I think I would like to start with the recruiter side. So once you enter the solution, this is kind of your dashboard. It helps you to see the main data, what is going on our platform. So first of all, you can see the currently weekly active candidates that are available on Juucy, which is at the moment somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000. Here you can see your unread messages, your jobs, and also the opportunity to report a hire. What is also important for us is to give companies an opportunity to steer the employer brand. So for a lot of especially young tech talent, it's quite important for them to know what is the company working on, what is the greater vision of the company, what is the culture like. So here we want companies to also communicate some parts of their employer brand with every job. And this can be done here. In this case, we have 100% filled out. And then you have 4 main columns, let's say, in our app. First of all, the candidate board, the inbox, then the job section and employer brand. So let's start with the candidates, I'd say. What you can see here is a very transparent overview of all the tech talent available at the moment. And here you have some functionalities to really narrow down your long list to some short list. You could use Boolean operators like and or not to exclude skills, or like combine skills that are needed, searched in the search experience descriptions as well. Here you could filter by a salary, also years of experience, and some other filters like search status and employment type, and of course English proficiency. What you can also do is you can set up some candidate subscriptions. I'll show you quickly in your settings. And what we do here is we give you the opportunity to say, okay, you're searching for a candidate profile. Just specify what it's looking like. Maybe you want somebody working in data science with a certain salary range and years of experience, and maybe the person should work in Warsaw. And then you can add the subscription, and then we send you once a week a curated list of candidates following those parameters. Then once you reached out to some candidates, everything is kind of bundled in your inbox. So here you can communicate with those candidates. As I said, per default, they're anonymous, but when they reveal their profile, you can see their CV, LinkedIn, maybe some GitHub or Dribble links as well. If talents apply to your jobs, they are available in your job applications. It also follows a direct communication channel right with the recruiter. And in order to get job applications, we come to our third main functionality. This is the jobs. So here you could create a new job. For the sake of keeping this shorter, I'm not going through the whole process, but it's quite straightforward. You could also archive jobs, as you can see here, and sync jobs right from your applicant tracking system. So most recruiting departments, they work with an applicant tracking system and have all their jobs already there. So why create a new job every time you want it to be on Juucy? It's much easier to just connect the ATS and then get the job automatically listed on Juucy. And then the last part is your employer brand. As I said, you can add some visuals to your company. This is then broadcasted with every job that the candidates can apply to, and also to your profile if you apply to some candidates, and also share your company vision. One last thing may be important. A lot of recruiting departments have more than one team member. So here you could also invite your team members in order to coordinate your outreach and manage the applicants quite efficiently.
And Alessandro, the product is like dedicated to what kind of what size of the companies? Do you have any preference in this area?
Yeah, so basically we do not exclude anyone. So I think finding tech talent is an important task for a company of any size. But at the moment, as we are a startup and sales cycles are usually shorter for smaller companies, I think we have currently a sweet spot of companies between 20 and 500 employees, because they cannot afford, let's say, large recruiting firms often. And here I think we are a good solution for them to really optimize their cost per hire and find tech talent for their projects in a quick manner.
I think I agree. And maybe one more question for the candidate's profile. I think all data are provided by the candidate, including also the experience level.
Exactly.
This is the candidate. Okay.
Exactly.
Perfect. I think there's also legislation coming to European Union to mandatory provide the salary brackets in the next year or 2 years from now. So there'll be no company presenting any job offers on the market without no proper information related to the salaries as well. Is it correct? Do I remember well?
Exactly. So, I mean, not being transparent in terms of salaries is a big driver for pay gaps, not only when it comes to the gender pay gap, for instance, but also migration pay gap. And here, and this is one of our main values, that we want to bring transparency not only into the labor market in general, but especially in terms of salaries. You know, companies ask talents in terms of their salary expectations when they apply. Why should not in candidate markets the candidates also have the right to know at least what is the range of the job? And it also brings in a lot of efficiency into the product, into the whole hiring process. Because I think there's nothing more annoying than going to 2 or 3 hiring stages, including some tech assessment. And then when it comes to the salary negotiation, one realizes, okay, this is not the range that I'm looking for. And then all the process before was kind of, useless. So we're really fighting for more salary transparency here to deal with those problems and make the whole process more efficient.
What do you also think about solutions to validate the proficiency of the technical talents? At the moment, the HackerRank is providing one of those. I already heard that when you can do HackerRank tests and at the same time using AI tool, you can pass it brilliantly. So it seems that...
Yeah, so what we do is every talent that is signing up on Juucy, we are asking them, or we're making a background check. So we screen their resume, we're searching for references, we're checking their LinkedIn profiles, whether their location, for example, is really the location where they're located at, whether they have the legal right to work, for example, in the European Union, stuff like that. And then we are activating them. Then we ask talents whether they can provide us some additional certificates, right? For example, if you work as a DevOps engineer or somewhere in the cloud space, there's certificates from Microsoft, Azure, or some GCP from Google. The same works when you work as a project manager. You can make the Scrum Master, stuff like that. And then once we do this additional check, we grant you a verified badge. Moreover, which is not yet fully implemented, but here we're working with, or we're trying to establish cooperations with technical assessment providers like HackerRank, where we want talents also to take an additional step in working with those kind of assessment partners in order to get the verified badge, so that at the end of the day, if you receive an applicant via Juucy, you can be 100% sure that what is written on the CV is what you will get if you hire this candidate. And that's a process that we're following at the moment.
Perfect. Interesting, the era of the modern AI, advanced AI. We will see how this one goes. So far,
big challenge for a lot of
exactly.
for a lot of providers, also in academia, in science. It's a crazy topic.
Absolutely. Was anything, Alessandro, important to you to mention today? I haven't asked yet.
Maybe one thing. We are always open for new companies, helping them. We're offering a free trial. So I think with a lot of hiring solutions that are starting out new, people are or tend to not wanting to take a risk and spending or investing too much upfront. So that's why we're offering a free trial. So anyone who tries to make some experience with us, you're more than welcome. You can find us via juucy.io, and then we can have a little chat and get you started.
Perfect. Alessandro, many thanks for coming. It was really
Thank
great.
You so much for
pleasure.
the opportunity.
I think this is a really great product as well. And I would like to have it like when I was a bit younger, working as a tech professional, when we couldn't really find such cool things like you just prepared with your team. So I
Thank
wish you
you.
all the best. Thank you very much
Thank you
for
so much.
coming.
You're very welcome. Thank you.